It's Grizzly here, NoFilter Tulsa. Here with
I'm shot by King, and we coming for a chat.
and
Introduce
what's your name?
yourself.
Hi,
That's
y'all.
what's up.
I'm Zoe. Y'all probably know me or you don't. It don't really matter. Like, at that point,
Okay.
I'm here now in your face. So,
How old are you?
I'm 18 years of age, 2005.
Okay.
Little baby still, but
What's your ethnicity?
So my ethnicity is half Filipino, so Asian, and then half white.
Okay.
Yeah.
From your dad's side, mom's side?
Yeah, so my dad is full white, and then my mom's side is full Filipino. Grandma, grandpa, they all speak Tagalog. She's actually from the Philippines, so
What's Tagalog?
Tagalog is the language of the Philippines. It's like, I think it's a form of Chinese, but don't quote me on it. I really don't know. Like I said, I can't speak it back to her, but I can understand it. Like if she's asked me to do something, I can understand. It's just really, there's a language barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was life when you're growing up?
I mean, I didn't have the best situation. I mean, no family's perfect, obviously, but I mean, I had it a little rough. I never lived with both of my parents. My mom was heavily on drugs, and my dad was abusive. So when I was about 13, I kind of got out of that and moved in with my aunt and uncle, and they adopted me. And from then, they put me in a good school. I went to Edison. But it was hard, like growing up, being when I was younger and stuff. I did go through a lot of trauma and work through it through therapy and things like that. But I feel like I've grown a lot since then. But yeah, the past.
Is that a
not
touchy
always-
subject?
Um,
Like talking about your
I mean, I'm
upbringing?
open about it.
Yeah.
I have no problem speaking on it. Because if it helps somebody else or we can relate on that level. But yeah, it doesn't make me feel good. And nobody deserves to go through that. So, but like I said, therapy helps a lot. And just learning how to cope and grow and mature. It did help, but it is sometimes it
Yeah.
makes my throat scratchy. I
Yeah,
get
I feel
upset,
it.
but
I mean,
it is what it is.
So, what are some of the situations you found yourself in when that was happening? When you're living with your mom and dad, that situation.
Well, I've been kidnapped twice in my life, actually, by my birth mother. She's never had any custody of me or anything like that. So there have been some scary situations I was put in, like even at like 2 years old. But thankfully, I knew my grandma's phone number when I was 2, and that's how I got out of that. And then when I was about 14 or 15, she did it again and took me to Colorado. And it
For what?
was, she was just trying to gain some type of power over me. She's never been in my life at all, so I don't know really what the motive was, but she took me to Colorado, took my phone, didn't let me talk to anybody, literally was just in a room 24/7, and I had to use a hotspot from a flip phone to like get home, literally get a flight from like a flip phone. It was crazy, but yeah, she's put me in some awful situations. I have resentment towards her for that, but you know, you forgive and you forget, but that forgiveness part is just really hard for me to get over because she put me in such an awful position, even at such an old age. Like I was very conscious and very aware of things that were going on when I was 15, obviously. So, it still weighs heavy on my mind. But I think that's like probably the biggest thing that comes to mind when you ask me like what situations I've been put through when it comes to like family and stuff like that. That's like the biggest thing.
So, how would you say that affected you?
I have like trustment issues and like parental issues, like I said, my aunt adopted me, but I never like consider her a mom. Like it was always really hard for me to like accept that love and that motherly figure in my life because my actual mother like did me so wrong. So it's just really hard for me to trust and like even, get consequences and have authority over me. I always was just like fuck everyone. Teachers, parents, whatever it may be. I was just always just trying to do everything on my own. So, and I should have let them in and let them guide me a little bit better, but I was just a teenager and mad at the world. So,
yeah, I feel that. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like that's how most teenagers be
yeah,
going
I
through
know.
like
I know it's
struggles
like
and
that
stuff.
teenager
Yeah.
thing, but I had a lot of things on top of that too. Like I'm growing up, going through puberty, and I have to deal with, the parents
Family
not
problems, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so it was rough, but I feel like I've matured so much more now. Like if y'all see me when I was 15, it's a completely different
Whole
person.
different person.
A completely different person. So, I'm glad that I've moved on from that time in my life. I really am.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to grow in life and seek like counseling and therapy.
It's really important. It really is. A lot of people like thinking therapy is like embarrassing or like something like that. But I think it's really helpful. I really do.
Yeah, like I just started therapy this year. It's been progressive for me. I feel like
Do you like it?
yeah. I mean, I go for childhood trauma.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I went for too. So
So you guys like bond with that, huh?
yeah.
what?
You guys know each other? Like, how you guys know each other?
Um, we know each other. We're just through mutual friends.
Okay.
I went to a couple shoots, video shoots. I was at the Friction music video with T8, and I was at the Meet Meet video. Um,
Surprisingly,
Yeah, yeah, I seen you there
so,
because I was there too. And it was more like you like randomly popped up. So like speaking
well,
of
at the
I
gas
got
station.
invited. Listen, I got invited. So,
By who?
are we naming names?
yeah, dropping names.
Go ahead.
I got invited by Stiz, actually. I was with the homegirl, and he was just like, pull up whatever. And I mean, you had told me about the shoot, but you didn't formally invite me. And then I got the drop, and I just pulled up, said what's up. You can actually see me in the video, which is crazy.
So you knew it was my shoot.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you told me about it.
So a situation happened when we were like at the shoot to where it was a person that he was with and you guys got into it. You guys have like a past or anything?
Who, me and the girl?
No, you and Chris.
Oh, I mean,
Like, cause why did you guys like argue?
we were close around that time. Whether he'd like to admit it or not, we were close.
How close were you guys?
I mean, nothing intimate or anything like that, but we were just, talking and conversating over the phone. Why?
How close were you guys talking?
What you mean?
Like, was he in your ear?
No, like
What? What you mean by that?
no, like on the phone and stuff. We would have conversations. Like Grizzly is a person that you can have a deep conversation with and like really get into like feelings and like personal things with. So
What you mean feelings like?
like he's just a good person to talk to. Like I said about like childhood trauma and like
okay.
things like that.
So it's more like he can since he went through that.
Yeah, like you said,
he
we
got
bonded
enough,
over that. Yeah, we bonded over that. And I mean, just situations even with like people just in the immediate friend group and stuff, like we would talk about that and just, give our input on it. But, it was always good. I always have good things to say when it comes to Grizzly and our conversations. So
Yeah, so speaking on friendships, I seen you and Brooklyn like aren't really friends anymore, it seems like. You guys used to hang around each other a lot.
yeah, like that's still my sister. I still, I have so much love for her. But we just we grow apart, and she started hanging out with people. I did, and I mean it's not no beef or nothing. Her dad does my tats. I'm cool with her little sister. Like that whole family has always been good to me. So I have nothing bad to say about her.
Well, like anything bad at all? Nothing.
No, no.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I know there's been some things that I've heard her say about me, and it's all alleged. Like I'm not gonna sit there and hold her to that or anything because nothing's been said to me. I mean, in the messages, we're still very cordial. It's to see this, to see that. So, I mean, nothing's being said to me or brought to my attention from her. So, I mean, it could just be people pillow talking. You know how that goes too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all alleged. It's all he said, she said. So,
Cause how I like met you was at the Friction shoot,
yeah.
and the main thing that I remember from the Friction shoot was T8 trying to see what you on.
I think y'all thought it was like some 2-man shit, and it really wasn't. But
Y'all was on the 2 man?
no,
I was chilling.
You talking
no,
about fiction?
I was chilling.
Brooklyn was just like, hey, like, I have this friend, he's doing this video, like, do you want to pull up? I had my hair done, things like that. We just pulled up to see what the vibes were. I think
I
you were
just
shooting.
remember her telling T8 not to mess with you, cause you out there. Per se.
And see, like, I didn't hear her say that. Like, it wasn't said when I was in the vicinity. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know anything about that. But I mean,
Does that bother you?
it could have just been like a thing where she was trying to mess with him, and like if he was trying to mess with me, like that made her feel some type of way.
So that don't bother you that she said that about you?
Well, I mean, like, obviously, I wouldn't want my friend going around to guys saying don't mess with her because this or because of that. But I mean,
She made it seem like you got that
That what?
that itch.
see, and
So we're
like,
talking about like STD or like herpes?
and like the
All
same.
the above.
Listen, and people were saying that about her, and I wasn't sitting there like repeating it or being like, oh, she got this and this, don't mess with her. I think that just shows character at that point. You know what I mean? Like, people are always gonna talk. Someone's always gonna say something about you, especially when you're. I'm not gonna say in the public eye, but a lot of people know who I am, know who she is. So when there's a lot of people around, things are going to be said regardless. And I mean, like I said, if that was said and about me whenever I wasn't around, like that just shows character, you know what I mean? Like I've never said a bad thing about her and I still have love for her, like I said. So, you know.
So how'd you meet her? Was it like
So
does
like
she
I
be
said,
around?
I'm cool with her little sister,
Yeah.
sister Micah. That's literally like one of my best friends. Her dad did this tat on me. This was the first tat I ever got. He also did my half sleeve.
That's cool.
So I've been around the family, and then I think she was just sliding up on my story, and we were being cordial, like on Snap, you know. And then she was like, "Oh, Micah's my little sister," and I was like, "Let's all hang out." And then we all hung out one day, and then we just got closer. You know, we knew some of the same people. You know, we wanted to go out to parties together. Like she was like my party friend. You know, we traveled. We went to Florida together. Like
Talk about it.
about what?
The Florida trip.
The Florida trip was cool. It was fun. I mean, it was with a lot of people that I really wasn't that familiar with. Like they weren't like my immediate friend group or anything, but it was cool. It was fun. We went just on a whim one day. I got 2 of my shifts covered and just drove down there, said fuck it. You know, I had like $500 to my name and just said fuck it and went. So it was a cool experience. It was, but
Was it cool with her?
yeah, there wasn't no problems with her. Me and her were like, clicked up the whole time. Like that was, you know, we rode together and, you know, things like that. I mean, shit got rocky at the end. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, shit got rocky at the end, but I mean, it was just a whole bunch of drama. You know, when there's a bunch of boys and girls all in the same area, like we were all in one hotel room, like, you know, we can't be around that. We were around each other for 7 days straight, like just in a row, all sleeping like on the floor, on couches. Like it was a bigger hotel room, but it was like 7 of us or something. So you know how that gets, you know.
People get irritated easily.
Yeah,
and
people
stuff,
get irritated when you're around someone for that long in such a small space, you know. So it is what it is, but it was a cool experience. I'm glad it happened. I don't regret anything.
Why does it seem like you and her were only like around Hoovers? It seemed like that's the only type of people y'all be around. Are you guys like politicers or something? Or
Well,
like-
no, I'm definitely not.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I mean, a lot of the people we were around Brooklyn like introduced me to. You know, I was familiar with like some of them, and like I'd met some of them before. But like, I think Brooklyn does affiliate with something. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm not going to speak for her. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they're her peoples. So I would just be where she was. You know. But you know, I know there was some situations like in a couple hotel rooms and stuff where, you know, things were stolen, things were touched, things were
By her?
messy. No, not by her, but like the people she was bringing me around, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And that's like not part of the reason I kept my distance, but I just didn't really fuck with that, you know? Like,
Is it like that environment? Like
yeah,
the
it was just,
lifestyle
you know,
that they live?
and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. It was just, you know, guns around, drugs around, a bunch of guys around, you know, all like, you know, on that, like you said, politics, you know, things like that. And, you know, that gets messy. I mean, you've seen it firsthand, things like that when boys are on drugs and got guns, and even females too. Like I've seen females do it. It's just, it gets messy and it's just a bad environment, especially when you're trying to better yourself, I think.
Yeah. How do you feel like you got known? Like where your popularity comes from?
I really don't know. Like that's such a good question. I'm not really popping on Instagram like that. My Snapchat's really where it is. I got like 6,000 subscribers or something on there. I did a lot of shout for shouts back in like middle school, you know, like that's how a lot of people got views. But
Yeah.
then it might just be like how I look, how I act, you know, things like
being
that.
like a white girl.
You know, like white
around-
girl who's not, you know, skinny, you know, like just a skinny, basic white girl. I'm definitely not that. So, and then I just, you know, portray myself in a very like confident way. And I guess a lot of people just like see that and, you know, gravitate towards that. Sorry. But yeah, I don't really know how I really got, you know, poppin' or like known around here. But, you know, I know a lot of people. And then when you know a lot of people, those people know people. So, you know, it's just all about who you know and like stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
If you were to ask somebody else, what you think they would say?
I
Like,
don't
why it's
know.
always popping.
Well, there's a lot of stigma around there. Like everyone swears like I'm a hoe or I'm this or I'm that. But, you know, people are still watching my stuff regardless of how they feel about
Yeah.
me. You know, like if someone else you ask that to somebody else and they gonna have a completely different answer, but they're still watching my stuff, you know? So
How many bodies do you have?
I have 11 bodies. Is that a lot?
Was this like before 18?
I'm being very transparent here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's no filter and all.
Yeah, no filter.
No cuts, no edits, no nothing, the raw footage, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
However you want.
Yeah, I have 11 bodies. I'm 18, so I mean, I guess y'all was saying that was I mean, is that a lot to you?
I mean, are they all like hoodlums?
No.
Like gangbangers
no, no,
and
no,
stuff?
no, 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 no.
What type of people are they?
How many white boys do you have in there?
Yeah, how many white
A
boys?
few,
you got?
like a few. It's quite a bit. Like I wouldn't say half, but it's a few. There's definitely
okay.
some on there. There's like Asians on there. There's dark
Oh.
skins, light skins, white boys.
Okay.
There's everything.
You ever had a pregnancy scare?
No, I've never been pregnant. I've never had a positive test. I've never missed a period. None of that. Never.
Have you ever had like any diseases?
No, I've always been clean. Always. Yeah, no STDs around here, y'all.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to stay clean and know who
So-
you're with.
I want to bring up something I heard about Austin Wallace.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna mention that when we were talking about the friction video, because didn't he
Yeah.
shoot that? Yeah.
Yeah. What was your interactions with him like?
So yeah, let's just talk about that friction video because that's where I met him.
Yeah.
I had seen the "It's Wallace bitch" thing in people's music videos. I didn't know it was like a Tulsa producer. I didn't know who he was. None of that. And then I pulled up to the shoot. I met him. I know there was some things that he said about me before I pulled up to the second
What'd he say?
location. Apparently he was saying something like, "Oh, like if y'all don't hop on her, da 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 da, like she can be a 304 or something like that." And like I don't know if I gave up that vibe or like what. I ain't never been busted down for no shmoney, nothing like that. I'm not trying to get my money on like that at all. So I'm gonna just put that rumor to rest. That's really why I came on here, was to speak for myself and address some of the things that have been said. But yeah, apparently he was like, if you don't get on that, da 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 da, she gonna be a 304, which he don't pimp no bitches, but we ain't finna talk about that. But he texted me.
When?
I guess he got, I don't know if I gave him my Snap or my Instagram. No, he had taken pictures of me. Remember, he wanted me to be like the face of one of his campaigns or something. And I am like, if you look on Facebook and on his Instagram, like I'm on there.
It's like me, T8U.
Yeah. It was like,
Yeah, I seen those pictures.
it was right when he was about to open that like photo booth thing, right? Like he had a bunch of different like booths all set up in different like sets.
Yeah, areas.
So he had taken some of my pictures then, and I guess I got his phone number or his Instagram. Why are we laughing? I guess I had got his number or Instagram whenever we were there, and he had texted me whatever. He was being like cordial. He was like, come like see the because he owns like that big ass like
That building.
yeah, it's like a
The
building, but he has like a
factory or whatever,
house in the
the
back of it.
facility.
So he was like, come see the studio, come see like the recording stuff, like da 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 da
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I pulled up there. I was by myself. It wasn't too late
What
at
made you
night,
pull
but
up?
what?
What made you pull up?
I don't see. I
You
don't.
was feeling them.
No, it
I mean,
wasn't.
why'd you pull up though?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't on no like we finna hunch or none of that. It was like just come see like the studio.
So-
like
It had to be
da-da-da-da.
like 11 at night though.
It was like cool 10, 11 at night.
So-
yeah,
so-
but it wasn't
so, like-
on no sneaky link. It wasn't on no like.
Nah, but like honestly, like you going over there like 10 o'clock. Like, what'd you think was about to happen?
He trying to get him some like.
You thought he was trying to show you like the studio microphone,
No, I don't.
How to mix and master, like
how to cook a pizza in the microwave in the back. Like,
Is y'all gonna keep going?
his fridge.
Yeah, no, he did show me all that though. Like I know where the microwave and the fridge is, so I mean, good to know. But no, I don't know. I went in there knowing I wasn't gonna, be feeling on that man or anything. But
So what happened? Like,
I guess you're right. That is the vibe it gets when you go over there. 11 o'clock at night, whatever. But I went over there. He gave me the whole tour. He showed me the like recording studio, all that. We're sitting on the couch, we're watching a movie. Like it's hella chill. Like I'm like far away from him too. Like if I was sitting there, he was sitting here. Like, but it was like a sectional. Like we wasn't close or nothing. We were having a conversation, and he had brought up like how he's like close to hitting a mill. Like he was like,
Like
I've
$1 million?
almost made him. Yeah, like he was like, I've
Ah,
almost made $1 million. He just said it randomly, right? He was
Out
like,
the
I've
blue.
almost. Like we were having a conversation about like
That's cool.
how he started his business and why he does this and why he does that, and he was like, yeah, like I'm close to hitting a mill, like I'm excited, whatever. And I was like, yeah, like you don't have to talk numbers with me or anything, of course not. I was like, but like in a month, in 2 months, like how close? Like that's so cool. Like I'm happy for you. And he was like, bitch, don't ever ask me about my money. That's not your place. Like da 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 da. Like was just going off on me, like making it seem like I was the one asking. And I
Like the
literally was
gold
like, you
digger,
told
yeah.
me. It's like you told me. And if I was like clout chasing or trying to get money out of him. Like, I just recently found out that his dad like owned a business, and I guess he passed or retired or something, and he got like almost $1 million from that. And if I was gold digging or clout chasing, wouldn't I have fucked him that first night or like gave it up or was trying to get on him even harder than I was? Like, if I knew that and was really trying to do that with that man, like, no, I wasn't. And I didn't know none of that, and I didn't know about his money until he told me. He brought it up. Like, it was not no like gold digging ass shit. And I immediately left. Like, it was not no like we're hanging out again, blocked his number. He did post me on the Facebook and tagged me, and I DM'd him. I was like, why are you tagging me in this? And he was like, someone else runs my Facebook. And I was just like, okay. And that was the last interaction
Wait,
we've
he tagged
had.
you in the pictures?
Yeah, like, no, but he posted it again, and he posted something else, but I wasn't in any of the pictures. But
And just tagged
he
you?
tags like, no, he tags like 100 people in every
yeah, I
post,
know
you
it
know?
does. Yeah, just
like
yeah, just
promo.
tag
Yeah,
more
but he
people,
tagged me in it, and like at first I was confused. I was like, "Why you tag me in this? Like, that's weird." Especially after he just did that weird stuff, you know. So, but he was like, "Someone else runs it, whatever," and then I just left it at that because I wasn't trying to hear none of that. Like, he just completely blew it out of proportion and took it out of context, and I just thought, just his whole vibe was so weird. Like, I don't know, he was weird.
Why do you feel like he even invited you to come
I-
over?
well-
Like, out of you and like.
And
the
I
other
didn't
people
even
that
know
were-
about the 304 thing or him talking about I'll put her on OnlyFans, I'll put her on the blade. Like, I didn't know about none of that shit, but I'm sure if he, you know, said that to one of y'all, then that was his intentions. That was his motive the whole time. Like,
What does the blade mean?
put her on the blade, like make her fuck for money. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, like he was trying to start like a separate company?
Another LLC.
No, you don't know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, but I'm saying, was he trying to have you
Well, like, you know how
an
guys will like
OnlyFans
get like
agency?
stripper bitches and like they'll be like, go to Dallas, you gonna fuck these guys for money, I'm gonna take half, you gonna take half, like type shit. I think that's what he was trying to do. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I mean
real.
that's just a business though.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't
No,
trying
but
to.
I don't.
He just trying to make another business. I mean, shoot,
I don't know.
if-
I don't really know what he's on, but he's weird. He's weird. I
think
do
it's
not
cool.
function with him.
I think it's cool.
That's fine. You can think that,
I
but
think
Wallace is
him
funny.
and his
I think
like,
he's a good businessman.
oh,
He's a
yeah.
good
I'm
businessman.
not saying anything about his art or his work or his videos. Nothing. It's just him as a person behind closed doors when he's alone with a female, how he acts. Like, it's just weird. And then the things that he says about that female after when she doesn't give it up and she don't stay the night and she don't suck his dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do any of those things. So then he's turning it around and like, oh, well, I was gonna put her on the blade anyways, and she's a gold digger and she's this and she's that. Like, you know, of course, like.
Okay. I mean, I understand where you're coming from with that. How you feel about that?
I mean, how I feel about it is like, it's like 11 p.m. I'm wondering why he picked you specifically. Because, well, you came with like 3 other girls or something like that. Why you think he picked you?
To the friction shoe?
Why he picked you to come back? Like, text you specifically, made you come back. Why you think he ain't picked like the other girls?
I don't know.
Are you jealous? You wish he picked you?
What?
Wait, you said he wished I picked him?
No, I was talking to Chris.
Oh, you want to get put on the blade by Wallace? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not what we talking about?
What's going on?
Anywho. Next question, yeah? Yeah?
Um,
I mean, honestly, like I just like your story. How you overcame a situation that you were born into, and I like how you got therapy and are growing as a person.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. And
how
I
do you
really
feel like, huh? No.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I'm thankful for this opportunity. Like, this is cool. I'm glad we can sit down and talk and understand each other, and you know, I can tell my side of the story and you know, things like that. I appreciate both of y'all. I really do.
How you feel like you progressed since the things that you've been through? How do you feel like you overcame it and did better?
So, you know, I've always paid for all my own stuff. You know, like being a kid and like not being able to rely on your parents, you become very like self-dependent. You know, like I've been working since the day I turned 14. I got a job, had to. You know, bought every phone I've ever had. I've had 3 cars, and I'm only 18. Bought every single one of them cash. You know, MacBook, things like that. Like I just treat myself because no one else will. You know, like I'm not gonna say a car is what your parents should do, but like, you know, your parents should take you to school and help you get a
help you
car,
out,
or,
yeah.
you know, do this, do that, make you lunch in the morning. I never had any of that.
Did
Never.
you graduate?
I haven't graduated yet, no.
Do you plan on it?
Yeah, I do. I literally only have like 6 credits or something. Like I'm
Okay,
so
yeah.
close. Like I be slacking. When I'm working, I don't want to do school, and then if I do school, I feel like I should be working more. It's just a really hard balance
Yeah,
to
it is
work
once you become
45
an
hours a
adult.
week and then
Yeah.
also get on that
With
computer
school,
and and finish stuff. And I've cut hours and went back to actual school. Like I went to a WASO for a while, and then when I was there, I was making no money. Like I was trying to buy a car at that point. That was like my freshman year or something. Like it's just so hard to balance both. Like I don't know how people do it. I really don't, because I'd be wanting to put 50 hours a week, into my work.
Yeah, me
So
too.
Yeah, I understand
yeah.
that. You have anything else you wanna talk about or get off your chest?
Y'all don't got no more questions? I thought y'all had more questions.
That was a lot. That was like probably over 30.
I was like,
Over
yeah, I was
40,
like-
yeah.
30 questions?
That was a lot.
No,
yeah.
no, it was more of like a back and forth. It's
Yeah.
more like
It's more of a chat.
yeah.
Yeah. We just conversating.
So I was saying if there's anything you want to get off your chest or anything before.
I really think we covered all the bases, like
What's actually I got a question. What's your top 5 best looking guys at Tulsa? Give me a list.
listen, and I knew this question was coming up and I tried to get a list for y'all. I really did. I really tried so hard. Just like Tulsa people in general.
Mm-hmm. Like it could be rappers, social media influencers, just like
I think I know I'm not gonna say like I don't know his music very well or anything like that, but I think Cuddy Forever is pretty attractive, like just in the face, like I don't listen to his music, and this is not me shooting my shot. Let me look directly at whatever camera this is. This is not me shooting my shot. This is not me, none of that. I'm just making, and if this is your man, I don't want him, sis, keep him. But my list is probably Cuddy Forever. I think Den 10 is attractive, just
is this like 1
just to
to
look
5?
at.
Yeah.
No, this is not in order. This is not in order,
okay.
just in any random order. That guy that sells drinks, you know who that is? Like Amari Rose or something like that? Do y'all know who that is?
Nah, I don't do alcohol.
Who?
Oh, you know who that is? That's his name? Yeah, I just think he's cute. I just think he's cute to look at, Like I don't know him that well, but
Have you ever done anything with him for a bottle?
no.
Okay.
Oh,
Like I'm not like close with him. Like I've bought bottles off him before, and I've given him empty bottles, like to help him, with his business and stuff.
Oh,
Like we're
okay.
cordial, but like we don't talk like that or nothing like that. What was that? Was that 3?
Yeah.
I
that's
don't
the-
really know.
How you feel about 7?
Him right here?
Yeah.
I mean, that's little bro. Like,
how do you feel about people saying you're a catfish? I feel like that.
am I a
gets brought around.
catfish?
I
Like
mean,
looking at me right now?
I got a girlfriend, so
Oh yeah, not you, but like
oh man of God.
anybody else in the room? Am I a catfish?
I mean, that's just like when I
It's
hear
a
about you
personal
too.
opinion.
Yeah, but people say that about you.
It's a
though.
personal opinion. I mean,
you think she's a catfish? Because you seen her
do
on
you think
Instagram
I'm a
before.
catfish? I can pull up the picture I just posted.
You think she's a catfish, bro?
Do this look like me right now?
Yeah, you look the same.
Yeah. I mean, zoom. No.
So would you say she's a catfish?
No.
You think I look the
said
same?
what?
Pretty much, like in general? Like from what my Instagram and Snapchat looks like to like right now. I mean, y'all are seeing me like the silence.
You
is
said
crazy.
no or yes?
Yeah, you look the same. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
not a catfish?
Nah, I don't feel
Okay.
like-
So
I
what you
mean,
guys like?
That's valid.
What you guys say? You said I mean what? What you guys say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Nah, would you guys date each other though?
What?
Like should you like since you guys know each other?
What are you
And-
talking
and
about?
had a
I
lot
mean,
of
we know each
bonding.
other well, but it's not like
It's not like anything like intimate.
no.
Oh, okay.
Why did you look like that?
All right, guys, just shot by King.
Hey y'all, bye
Crazy.
y'all.
What you say?
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Zoe. Follow my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Zaraya13.
How you spell it?
ZARAYA.13.
Okay, cool. What's your Instagram?
King Crazily. It's crazy.
And we out.